Hi, it's Evan Roberts from Roberts Pianos Houston here, and we just got a U1 in stock again, which is very under demand. So it's always nice to get one in because you always want one, you're always asking for them. And so it's another U1. This one's 1980. This bench, I don't know what happened here, but someone put something really hot down here. So we're gonna get it refinished. This lid will be refinished, and which is good because it's a bit scratched up as well. So that will be redone. Just the lid, and then maybe patch up the scratches on it a little bit. The lid will be redone. So there's some marks on the cabinet, like a little scuff here. Maybe we can clean that up, I'm pretty sure about that. These brasses could be cleaned up and shined up again. The cabinet itself is pretty good condition. There's a few little marks, a few small scuffs. We'll clean up as best as we can. On wood, it's a little bit easier than polyester. Polyester is like harder material to work with than wood. So that's good for us. And let's have a look inside. And the piano hasn't been tuned for a decade, so we're gonna have to tune it. As you can see, it has a Celeste rail on the piano. So that's good, that's the middle pedal. We need to shine the pedals up as well, which we do on every piano pretty much. They're very rusted out. But they just oxidize, they can be refinished. Has a Celeste pedal. It's got a nice tone, typical. Good, nice bass. Nice growly kind of sound. And nice rich tone. Keys are slightly yellowed on the front, a little bit yellowed. On black that looks worse, but on mahogany it's not so bad. We may change those. And then the hammers are good. It hasn't been very much played. It was bought by a Japanese family, Japanese-German family, for their daughter in the 80s, and you can see she didn't really play that much. The hammer's round and not very much indentation there, which is good. A couple of things I noticed when I was looking at it, when I went to go look at it. That's what I'll show you. First of all, the old flanges on a U1 or any Yamaha, right? When you buy a second-hand one, the flanges almost always need changing. So I'm going to unscrew this action so I can show you. But before we do that, we should probably look at the dampers. No problems with the dampers. Just so you know, the dampers stop around the last two octaves. They stop in the last two octaves in the middle of the second front top octave to the end. Because the note's so short, you don't need a full damper there. You actually want to kind of encourage it to resonate a bit more because you have such a short string. The dampers would kill the sound too much. So the dampers are good. Everything's good. The flanges are this piece of spring here. When you push the note, the spring pulls the hammer back. But you can see they're breaking. If I pull this one just a little bit, breaking. They need changing. They're all going to break. So we'll change those. These rubbers may or may not need changing. That seems quite healthy, really. I can't see that needing changing. We like to check the action, take it out, have a look at everything. Everything apart from that looks good, which is good for us. And it's the main difficulty with changing these parts on the hammer is you have to take the hammer off, and these ones don't have screws in them, so we have to use a reamer, take out the old flange, and put the new one in. It's a bit more complicated, but we do it quite often. So that's the action. Let's put that over here. And then let's take a look at the, sorry, Tio. We'll take a look at the key bushings. Key bushings are good. There's nothing wobbling, so it was kept in a good environment. It means that there was no problems really with humidity. So nothing's wobbling, it's good. None of the bushings. The bridge is good, you can see the strings aren't rusted. There's really good condition. It's just that loop on the flange that we can change really. If you look down inside the bridge there's no cracks, nothing cracked, no problems with the bridge. And if there's a crack on the bridge, you can tell the tone changes. The notes where it's a problem on the bridge, the tone just dies. On like 2 or 3 notes you go dun dun dun, it's all good, and then all of a sudden it just sounds really strange. So that's good. The pedals all look good as well. So the biggest work here, and the most challenging work here, is to do the flanges. And the flanges, because they're not screwed in, they're done by pushing out the center pin and then putting a new center pin in. It's a little bit more complicated than screwed ones, but we do it regularly, so we're getting better at it all the time. And it's a challenge that we don't take lightly, but we've done many times. It's a nice cabinet. It's like a mahogany finish, which is nice. And it's a U1R. I have a U1R at my house. That's the series. The model is U1 and the R is the series. That usually tells you the date range. Alright, so let's listen to it now again, shall we? Nice tone, really nice, lovely tone, very rich. Some of the keys are a bit dirty. I think we can probably just buff these out. Looks like well, we have a buffing wheel that we can buff these things out usually, but well, keep an eye on that. Yeah, just a really nice U1. Just simply well-made pianos, well designed, and they're consistent, very consistent pianos. So it's a nice piano, really nice finish as well. I quite like the rich mahogany color. If you want to come and play this piano or want us to play it for you, just book an appointment on our website, robspianoshouston.com, and we'd be happy to show you the piano in person. Thanks for watching.